Hey guys, I want to show you all of the kill streak awards you can get in Modern Warfare. First, I want to thank Activision who flew me out and I got to attend their preview event for multiplayer and I had a chance to play. So I'm going to show you all of the kill streaks. I'm also going to show you the little tutorial for each one of them. Now you'll see there are many kill streaks up to 15 kills. There is a nuke in this game, however, as you can see, it's not on this list. I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe everyone just gets it once you get to 25, 30, 40 kills, whatever it is, or it's just not in this build of the game. So I'm going to go through each of the tutorials for each of these. As you'll notice, the score streaks have now been replaced by kill streaks, which is what it used to be back in the old days. So let's go and go through each of these, show you the little tutorial that the game will give you if you press the R3 button. So the first up is the personal radar. You're going to get an escort drone that's basically going to give you a personal UAV. It does not give UAV to any of your other teammates, so only you get the little mini map and you can of course see enemy locations. The counter UAV is basically going to descramble or scramble the opponent's radar. So if they're running any kind of personal radar or UAV, it'll scramble up that signal. You can see it in the top left corner. That would be the enemy's perspective. Next up, of course, is the UAV. Many of these kill streaks are the same as previous games, of course. So UAV is going to show the minimap for your entire team, pinpointing enemy locations as well. Next up is going to be the care package. If you're having trouble getting some of the more difficult, higher tiered kill streaks, pull out a care package. You have a chance. Now, of course, you have a much greater chance of getting a UAV than you will, say, a Juggernaut, but this is an easy way to score some of the higher tiered kill streaks without actually earning the kills. Now, you notice this video isn't quite the resolution that it would be in game. These are just the tutorials in the game, so they're not the highest resolution videos, so I apologize for that. Next up is a cluster strike. It's going to signal for a number of cluster mortars in a single position. So I'm going to go ahead and mark the tutorial is going to mark this area here, and there's going to be a series of cluster bombs that will appear on that spot. And it actually goes on for quite a bit here. Really good if you want to control a point on domination or prevent opponents from getting to a headquarters you're trying to capture. Pretty useful. Use it offensively as well as defensively for best results. Up next is the cruise missile. You're going to control a long-range cruise missile from the sky. So we're going to go ahead and launch this. You're going to control it. Just like the previous versions of this game, you can initiate a boost once you've kind of found your spot you want to land, so you can land quicker. Alright, so next up, let's go to the precision airstrike. You're going to get twin jets are going to go and hit a specific spot. You can't actually control the angle at which they come in from. The game is going to kind of make that judgment call based on where you place it. So right here, it's going to go right down the street. There's going to be two strikes. There was the first strike. You're going to get a second one here in just a moment. So next up, we get the Wheelson. At 7 kills, you can choose either the Wheelson or the larger tank. This is a little tiny mini tank, basically what it is. You control it. You drive around, you'll see in the bottom left, you have fuel and health. Once either one of those bars runs out, your kill streak award is over. But it is definitely fun. It's a cute little machine. However, there is a bigger brother. This is the infantry assault vehicle. It's another manned vehicle, a manned tank with a bigger gun on it. However, it's only accessible on certain maps. Now, if you have this tank as your selectable kill streak award, not on a map that supports it, because there are bigger maps in this game. There are 20 versus 20 matches on bigger maps. If you have this kill streak awarded and you earn 7 kills, you'll actually be given the Wheelson as a replacement. So if you're on smaller maps, you'll get the Wheelson. If you're on the bigger one, you'll get the bigger tank here. You see, this one also has health and time instead of fuel for some reason. I feel like that's the same thing. All right, so next up, the emergency airdrop at 8 kills. You're going to get 3 care packages. So 1 care package is going to cost you 4. You can get 3 for the cost of 8. So basically, get 2, get 1 free. And just like the other care package, you're more likely to get the lower tiered kill streak award. Next up is the VTOL jet. This is going to actually guard and hover over a certain location. However, when it first comes into the map, it's actually going to go do a flyby here and drop some payload on your selected targeted area, as it just did there. And you're going to see it fly out in the distance, and then it'll kind of fly up and back around to our current location, and it'll sit and hover and guard a specific spot. Now you can actually change the spot in which you're guarding. If you're looking up in the sky here in just a moment, you can have your VTOL guard this location. So if you want to look at a different area up in the sky, you can have it move, which is kind of neat. Alright, so next up is the Chopper Gunner. Another favorite amongst a lot of players. You're going to control the assault chopper yourself. So let's go ahead and launch this. Now as you're flying in, and there's a really cool kind of graphic there, entrance, you'll have 8 Hydra rockets, and then you have infinite cannon rounds, at least for the duration of this. You can see there's a fuel gauge on the bottom left side as well as the health gauge. So you have 8 Hydra rockets, and then you can fire cannon rounds. So you can select which one you want to use. You also have the ability to hit the circle button in this case to turn on a thermal imaging. Alright, so White Phosphorus is a new one. It's going to basically have an entire line of chemical canisters that are going to fall from the sky in a straight line, and it's going to create a big large white cloud. That white cloud, if an enemy gets within it, is going to burn them and most likely die. It'll also disorientate their vision as well if they're close to it. You can even see on my end here, it would also impair me just a little bit. Really cool if you want to use that as a defensive line to try to prevent an enemy from crossing over to a certain point. Next up is a support helo. You're going to call in a heavy assault helo. It's got twin turrets on it. This one, you actually don't do anything. It's going to just come in and do its own thing. This is kind of like the old Chopper from the original Modern Warfare game. And there she is. Which is kind of nice. The Chopper can get kills, and then you can get kills while still on the ground, or initiate maybe a Wheelson tank or something. So it's just going to hover. Quite a long tutorial for this one. Alright, so next up we are going to have the gunships, the heavy assault gunship with 3 type of armaments. This one's going to require 12 kills if you have this selected. This is going to have 3 different millimeter rounds that you can shoot from it. You're going to have the 105 millimeter, 40 millimeter, and 25 millimeter. You also get 2 flares, so if someone's firing an RPG or anything at you, you can defend yourself. Again, same thing, you have health and you have fuel, so it won't last for a long period of time. Now the ammo will replenish once you use it. There's basically, it's like a reload time. But you can choose between the 3 different types of rounds that you want to use. Next up is an advanced UAV. Is for your entire team. It'll show not just the enemies on the mini-map, it'll show the direction in which they're facing. You can see in the top corner there's an arrow. You can see which way he's looking. And then finally is the Juggernaut. Requires 15 kills from this. You're going to call in a suit of armor. You're going to be able to walk around slowly with the armor, but you're going to be heavily armored. You're going to be able to take a lot of damage, and you're going to have a minigun. Now, a cool thing is if someone kills you, you'll drop the minigun on the ground, and someone can actually pick that up. I'm not sure if that's perk related or not, but one of my teammates at the preview event actually picked up the minigun from the ground, which was kind of cool. So again, that's all the kill streaks. There is a nuke in the game. It was not a selectable kill streak award. Maybe it's just something everyone gets and wants to get to maybe 30 kills, which is kind of cool if that is the case. But we do know there is one there. Maybe it's just this build of the game. I'm not entirely sure. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed the preview event. I want to thank Activision for bringing me out there. I got a chance to play with so many incredible, greatly skilled players, and it was definitely an honor to be there with them. So thank Activision once again. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you hit that like button, and of course, subscribe.